I can't hear you because I have you muted. They can hear me, though. I just realized my microphone is on. Hey, everyone. We'll be with you in just a second.
It's Turkey.
Hey there, spooky friends, and welcome to another episode of Storytime with the Scaryish Podcast.
Woo!
I'm Robin Grace. This is Adam Diaz.
Hello.
And we're here to tell you folks a couple more homegrown horrors that have been shared with us by our spooky community. Adam, why don't you tell us what homegrown horrors are?
Robin kind of alluded to it, but homegrown horrors are the stories that have been shared with us by you, the listener, or viewer, depending on if you watch us, because we do record Storytime and Pasta Time, for that matter, live at 6:30 p.m. Pacific Time at youtube.com/Scaryish and twitch.tv/Scaryish Podcast. A homegrown horror specifically is a story that you share with us, and it can be yours, a friend, a family member's, but it's supposed to be something that's actually happened to you or them, and it can be something that's supernatural, paranormal, spiritual, coincidental, extraterrestrial, or true crime in nature. It is not limited to those things, but it's just a story that you have chosen to share with us. And if someone had a story like that, Robin, where can they send it?
You can send it to our email, which is storytime@scaryish.com, or you can go to our website. There's a contact us page. You fill out all those little details there, and it gets emailed to us that way.
Indeed. So however works best for you, we would love to hear from you, and we would love it if you put in the story, okay to share on the pod. That way we know that it's not just directly for us. Either way, thank you so much to the 4 people who have reached out to us for this particular episode, because we're going to be sharing 4, count them, 4 homegrown horrors. So Robin, would you like to go first, or would you like me to go first?
I want you to go ahead and go first.
All right. So we have 2 emails that were sent in by what I believe is the same person, someone named Melanie. I think the one I'm about to read comes before the one Robin will read later, eventually during this episode. But shout out to Melanie. Thank you for sending us your homegrown horrors. And this first one starts out like this. Good morning, all. Good morning.
Good morning.
I was going to say, Robin, you going to say good morning? Jeez. Love, love, love your podcast. And I literally listen every day. I'm not sure if my other stories went through, but I wanted to share a few more. Okay, so this is the second. So I don't know if there's anything that's like from the first set of stories that they sent in, but we'll pretend like we've already heard it. As I mentioned in my previous email, I am a tarot reader as well as a Reiki master. I don't know if I said that correctly. So I feel like energetically, these types of experiences kind of come with the territory. This next story takes place in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So story number 1. A little under a year after we moved into our house in College Station, my husband was offered an amazing opportunity in Pittsburgh, so we relocated from Texas to Pennsylvania. Once in Pittsburgh, we knew that we didn't want to live in an apartment for an extended time, so we began our house search. For those unfamiliar with Pittsburgh real estate, which I'm going to guess is most of us, the average age of homes across the area are between 50 to 70 years old, unless you're able to find one of the rare new builds. Buying an older house, at least for me, seemed like a great adventure because after living in Lawrence, Kansas, I always, when I was in college, wanted to live in a Victorian home. After a couple of days of our search, we found what we thought was the perfect house for us. It was a beautiful, multicolored Victorian home with crown molding, original hardwood floors, a fully fenced backyard, and even a garage, which is unheard of for the area. Parts of the house had even been remodeled in recent years, so it was definitely more modern on the inside than most of the homes we had been looking at, and needless to say, I could not wait to see it. As fate would have it, there was an open house, and we jumped at the opportunity to check it out. As we walked into the house, marveling at the beautiful entryway, the realtor introduced herself and asked if we had any specific questions about the house. Sorry about that. I asked if there was anything in particular that she wanted us to know or to share, and she declined, so we began our self-tour. As we walked up the stairs, I could feel that the air suddenly became thicker, and I started to feel uneasy, but chalked it up to it being a summer day, and most Victorians don't have great air circulation unless they've been retrofitted. I gotta say, thick air, that's a bad sign to start out. I'm not sure what it denotes aside from humidity upstairs, but when the air gets thick, I don't know if there's a saying that starts out when the air gets thick, but it's not a good sign.
I can only think of things that are definitely not appropriate.
I feel like that's just like the theme of our show, though. When the air gets thick, something, 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 dick. It's probably how it should go, but
what?
Too tired to think of a phrase right now. Anyways, let's keep going. Until we walked into one of the bedrooms, I feel like we're going to get a bunch of messages on social media of what we could have finished that sentence with, but whatever. Until we walked into one of the bedrooms, I literally saw the paint peeling off the walls strip by strip from the ceiling. I also noticed that stains on the ceiling started to expand and contract right before our eyes. My husband had not seen any of this, but he could tell that I was starting to get uncomfortable. We moved into the next bedroom, and I started to feel very claustrophobic, so we decided to go back downstairs and look up the rest of the first floor. So I'm guessing this is just something that they're seeing, their husband's not seeing at all, which is kind of terrifying. The bottom floor was not nearly as oppressive, but something definitely felt more and more off as we got closer to the basement door. I can't explain it, but something told me that I needed to go into the basement. Bad things usually happen when I ignore my intuition, so I listened.
Anytime I hear going to the basement, I'm reminded of that episode that you did of your dad's old house.
Come to the basement.
Where you whispered, come to the basement. And that idea just freaks me out. I hate it. It's scary.
Yeah, indeed. As I descended the steps, I saw in perfect clarity a grandmother figure sitting in a rocking chair. She looked me dead in the eyes and said pointedly, "Get out of my house and tell my family I don't want them selling my house." Needless to say, I got out of there like a bat out of hell. Honoring the grandmother's wishes.
That's horrifying.
Yeah, that's absolutely horrifying. Honoring the grandmother's wishes, I told can you imagine if someone wanted to buy the house and they're with their mom looking at the house, Mom, go downstairs and sit in that rocking chair, and anyone who comes down here, pretend like you're a ghost and tell them to get the fuck out so we can get this house. I would do something like that. All right, honoring the grandmother's wishes, I told the realtor exactly what had happened. She was noticeably shaken and confessed that the grandmother did die in the house and the family was selling the house against her wishes. Outside of the house, I told the grandmother that I did what she asked and hoped that she could hopefully move on and find peace in the future, but we would absolutely do as she asked.
That's it's horrifying.
Yeah.
Super scary.
But I mean,
can't even.
I wish they would have told us the square footage and the price, because even with an angry ghost, a steal is a steal. That's all I'm saying. All right, we're going to move on to this next story. Story number 2. Don't worry, y'all. This one is a bit shorter. That's what it says. About 3 months after visiting Grandma's house, we found a fantastic home on the north side and lived there for 6 years until we moved back to Texas. Well, living in our neighborhood, we became friendly with our neighbor who happened to be our veterinarian. I always have a hard time saying that word. I don't know why. For the purpose of the story, we will call him Jonathan. We moved from Texas with our then 5-year-old dog, Manny, and upon moving into our house, Manny managed to pick up some ticks in our backyard. Unsure of what to do, we asked our neighbors across the street, who also had dogs, if they could recommend an emergency vet nearby. They recommended that we go 2 doors down and see if our neighbor, Jonathan, the veterinarian, was home. We rushed down the street and knocked on the door, and thankfully he was home and graciously offered to take a look at Manny. From that point on...
That's really nice.
Yeah, I mean, if I was at home and I wasn't at work...
Clock.
Yeah, it's like, come back like at a different time. But this guy takes his job like seriously. He probably loves animals. I think most vets do. From that point on, he was Manny's vet and friend, and we would not let anyone else see Manny in his practice. Jonathan took care of him for several years and personally ensured that he had everything that he needed when he had to have a few teeth extracted, including personally dropping off wet dog food so that Manny wouldn't go hungry and could avoid being in pain while eating. Aw. One night, I woke up startled because I heard someone walking up the stairs, and they were heading towards our bedroom. It didn't...
Pass.
Yeah, fuck that. That's home invasion shit right there. It didn't feel menacing. I was just wondering who in the hell was in our house. Within moments, I saw a figure look into our bedroom in Manny's direction. Manny got up and returned the look.
I mean, whenever I'm breaking in and walking around someone's house, I don't think I come off as menacing.
Yeah, I always check on the dog first, too, you know?
Yeah, I always peek in just to make sure everyone's okay.
Manny got up and returned the look, wagged his tail fervently, and then laid back down and went to sleep. By the time I really understood what was going on, the figure evaporated into thin air. I'm sure of exactly what had just happened. I went back to sleep. I don't know if I'd be able to sleep after that. Even if it wasn't, like, menacing, it's still terrifying. The next morning...
I would at least want to go out and check, is there actually someone, and walk around the house and...
Because, like, you might feel at home...
Just go back to sleep.
Yeah, you might be like, oh, this person's not going to hurt me, and then wake up and all your shit's gone.
Even when when I hear a noise in the house, I always send you and the dog.
I was going to say, you do not go check.
Go check the stuff. And I don't go straight to sleep. I'm just like, y'all need to check it before we can sleep again.
Yeah, me and the Corgi / German Shepherd go and check, and then Robin and our Shiba Inu stay in the bedroom.
Adam's not saying he takes the Corgi or the German Shepherd.
They're one and the same. It's a Corgi German Shepherd mix, so if she barks, it'll be loud at least. All right. The next morning, I ran into our neighbors, and they asked if we heard the news. It was always something happening in our part of town, so it wasn't out of the ordinary, but I asked them to clarify. Apparently, sometime that morning, Jonathan's friend had found him dead in his house. Unbeknownst to us and the rest of our neighbors, he had been sick for quite a long time and had succumbed to his illness.
Oh my God.
Putting all the pieces together, I realized that he was making his last rounds to check on his patients before moving on. Jonathan was truly one of a kind, and I hope that he has found peace and is no longer in pain. It's really sad.
That's so sad.
Thank you all again.
That's really sad.
Yeah. Thank you all again for letting me indulge you with my experiences. Ironically, I have several more stories, so let me know if you want to hear some more. Happy haunting, Melanie.
Thank you so much for sharing that with us. Definitely heartwarming / sad. That last story there. Man, that's so sad.
Yeah, I will say thank you for sending those in. It's quite amazing the things that you've experienced, and we definitely want to hear about your other experiences as well. I'm really excited that we have more of your stories to read on the show, and the fact that you have more of them is super exciting. I apologize that we're reading the emails out of order, but hey, that happens sometimes. This is like episode 4. Robin will read the prequels, so hopefully those go well, better than the prequels for Star Wars did, but fingers crossed. We'll see what happens coming up in the show a little bit later. All right, let's look over into stream chat and see what you wonderful folks have had to say. Thank you for joining us.
I have a very important question, though.
Okay.
What are you doing June 12th?
Me?
Yes.
I mean, I'll be out there with you. I don't know.
Are you?
Sure? What am I doing June 12th, Robin?
All right, because there's an Xbox FanFest watch party out here in LA.
Let's go.
At the Nova for their new whatever presentation they're going to have. The games showcase they're having or whatever.
I mean, I'm down.
I got 2 tickets. You want to be my +1?
Well, Avi, always.
All right, let me register for that because I have to register for it ASAP.
Yeah, I think I'm going to fly back out to Vegas either June 14th or like maybe the 18th or 19th because our anniversary is June 17th. So I thought I might stay out there unless we want to celebrate it early, but we'll play it by ear. All right, I am going to look over into the notifications and the chat and see what you wonderful folks have been talking about. Shout out to Malum, which is me, for resubscribing for the 26th month, taking that Jeff Bezos bucks and putting it back in my own pocket. I don't know if I'm saying this right. I think I am. It's Xena Keeney? I'm going to go with Xena. Shout out to Xena for resubscribing with Prime Gaming for the second month. Said, woo, hey, from the UK. Hello. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate you being here. We haven't had any redemption so far, which is cool. I'm going to be drinking just rum and coke. Pretty standard stuff for when I'm in Las Vegas. Robin, what are you going to be drinking tonight?
All right. So I figured tonight I would actually finally... Oh, let me pull this off here. I have Brothers Bond whiskey. And so I'm going to finally open it. I haven't opened it.
It's funny because I
drank my other one.
I went ahead and said that we hadn't had any redemptions yet. Laura Ann, Lisbeth Tree, Nefcor, and Captain Vic, I have now all redeemed a drink. So that's on me.
I think these scissors are from work.
Oops.
Not my work now, my old work.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, Paul, if you're watching this, I stole scissors.
Shout out to Laura Ann. She was the first person in either channel to say, good evening, spooky people. Bunny Cakes was also here early and said, morning, y'all. Matt Scan is here. Xena is here. Lisbeth Tree. Laura Ann, Dawn of Swords. Nice to see everyone trickling in. Captain Fake Eye, Sherry Sue. What up, Sherry Sue? Thank you for joining us. Hope you're feeling better. Christian Perez says, what's good in the hood? I don't know. Things are pretty good. I'm going to keep scrolling. Xena says, morning. This is my first live.
Is that you, Jules? Miley?
Robin's just yelling at walls now. Shout out to Pink Penguin. Someone asked if it was pasta time or story time. It is indeed story time, like I'm What's for Dinner said.
Did I say story time or pasta time?
No, it's because they didn't know before the show started.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
We have all 6 drinks are redeemed now. Glitch Grim redeemed the 5th, and Chloe Michelle redeemed the 6th. Sorry if you don't want your middle name said. It's just, you see, Chloe Mish. We've seen you on other things, so we just always say it that way. Lizardry says, I feel like this Battle Royale has more bows than normal.
Spoon, because all the whiskey's at the top, and I do not want to drink just straight up whiskey.
Okay. Matscan says, I've been having the worst cramp in my foot all day. Lots of folks were welcoming Xena to their first ever live stream. We appreciate you being here. What's Nurse says, are there no guns in Intro Fighters anymore? There absolutely are, and I haven't updated it in months either. There's been new updates, and I just have not done them yet because they haven't been as stable as the build that I have. So I wait for them to work those kinks out. Faye says, there seems to be so many people in the battle. Xena says, I hate that I had a cramp in my calf for 3 days. That sounds super painful. I definitely had a foot cramp for half a day last week, so. Laura Ann is currently filling out an application for my passport. My job is sending me to London for a week. That is awesome on both accounts. Sherry Sue says, I'm recovering from surgery on my leg. I have PT and OT tomorrow. People are laughing at me because I accidentally spoke when I was supposed to be muted. Sorry about that. Everyone's saying hi. What's Your Name says, listen to that sultry voice. Aw, thanks. Enzo Matrix says, hi all. What up, Enzo Matrix? Thank you for joining us. What's Your Name says, just full of his seductive brown passion. I'm going to keep scrolling. Sherry Sue, Laura Ann says to Sherry Sue, I hope you're feeling better. We definitely all hope that. Bunny Cake says, must be something in the water. Matscan says they would get their passport application expedited if it's any time in the next 3 months. I will say when I got mine, there was not a rush, and it got back to me in 10 days. And they asked me, oh, do you want to expedite it? So it'd be 2 weeks instead of 6 weeks. And I was like, nah, I got time. And then it got back right away. I think someone that I know had to expedite theirs, and that was years ago. That was a decade ago, and it came back to them in 5 days. Faye says, I might pass out early. Crazy work hours. That's okay. We totally understand. Gonna keep scrolling. Snark says, hey y'all, what up Snark? Thank you for joining us. What's Your Name says, wait, do they usually wear headphones when they are in separate places? Literally every time. Lizardry says, you both look stunning tonight. Thank you so much. I agree with you that Robin looks great. I mean, she's just a chair right now, but I'm sure she'll be back. Shannon says, hello, spooky friends. Hope you're all doing well. Shannon over on YouTube. Thank you so much for letting your presence be known. You're the first YouTube person to let us know you were there. Snark says, it's been forever since I've been able to join a live. How the fuck is everyone? LOL. I speak for myself in saying that I'm doing okay. And okay is good enough for me. I'm not greedy. Matscan says it took them 2 months to get their passport back. And they had expedited it. Faye says, does Adam have new headphones? So shiny. Nope, these are the same ones I usually wear. Nothing new.
Yeah, I got a haircut, though, so it looks a little shiny.
I did get a haircut, so that might be it.
All right, my date of birth.
Radio Man says, good evening, Robin and Adam. Robin, love the baby shark.
It is, Santino. No, not Santino.
Laura Ann says, loving Robin's makeup. Robin's just like not present for this episode. So
Santos. His name is Santos.
See a Squishmallow? Ah, that's why you know his name.
Yeah.
Laura Ann loves your makeup.
Yep. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
Matt Scan says, yeah, mine got damaged by water, so I got a new one because I was supposed to go to England back in summer of 2020, and we've yet to go, but we're going summer of 2023 finally. It's nice to see that a lot of folks are going to be able to fulfill those trips that they're hoping to take before COVID shut everything down. Snark says, happy AAPI month, y'all. Faye says, happy AAPI month.
What size t-shirt should I get? Large or extra?
Why the fuck are you shopping? Why aren't you just like hanging out with us?
I'm not shopping. I'm registering for the Xbox Fan Fest thing.
Shout out to Creasy for resubscribing for the 17th month. Says, love you both. Thank you, bro. Appreciate you. It's very nice of you. We got to go to lunch soon. And I'm thinking like soon. I was talking to Jansen about it, and he is 100% down. Pink Penguin says, the air was thick, like a bowl of oatmeal. And he used thick with 2 C's. Faye put thick with, I think, 5 C's on there. That's like super thick air. Pink Penguin says, also happy AAPI month. Bunny Cake says AAPI, and Faye responded, Asian American and Pacific Islander. Matt Scan said they have to go shower, but they'll be back. Keep scrolling. Enzomatrix says, you two are both looking amazing tonight. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Latreya has joined us. Said, hey everyone. What up, Latreya? Thank you for joining us. Nefcor is also here. Pink Penguin says, not honoring the wishes of the dead is how you get ghosts. That's true. But she was already there. Like, she's really mad at her family, and they hadn't yet sold it. Captain Vega says, LOL, in this housing market? Absolutely. Seriously. Like, tell me what the price was, square footage, what's the residential area like, what are the schools like nearby? Faye says, I would take my white nightgown, put my long black hair over my face, and scare the shit out of other buyers for sure. That's terrifying. Maybe you could set up like a television that you could like hide inside and crawl out of too. People would definitely nope the fuck out. What's says, if a ghost is going to be staying in my place, they better be paying part of the rent. I don't know if spectral bucks translate to American currency, but I would hope so. Pink Penguin says, ghosts better be washing my dishes and folding my laundry. I'd imagine that they'd help save on your heating bill in the summers, and that's about all they could pull off. But they could put shit away. Faye says, this is giving me ideas. I hear the Portland housing market is insane. I remember we were driving around. We liked some stuff, and we checked it out, and it was like very comparable to Southern California. So I don't know, though. When you're relocating next year, I believe, maybe it'll be a little bit saner. Enzomatrix says, Faye, you should do that for Halloween. Faye says, I could be a scary Asian lady. I'll bring my own broken TV with me and pretend to crawl out of it. Same wavelength.
Send your, or not send your, check your email, please.
Me?
I'll read while you do that.
Okay. Robin's joining us finally, y'all. I left off with Faye saying, I could be a scary Asian lady.
She says that'll scare off other bidders so I can get a house for cheaper, right? Probably. Chloe Michelle, thank you for making it. She said finally made it. Moon Prince says figure said they'd pass the vibe check. Snark says I'll write in some stories about my realtor days. I can't wait. I think there are so many things that happen when it comes to selling a house, or there are so many abandoned buildings and things like that that are on the real estate market. He's saying that squatters are scarier than ghosts. I believe it.
Yeah, I buy that 100%.
Let's see. Listener says, what you do is go to an open house and hide shrimp in various places. The smell will put off other buyers. If a person really wants a house, they will just buy it, even if it smells like shrimp.
You just get it inspected and try and figure out what that is. And then if you can't figure it out, you add some per diem bullshit into your agreement.
Zanakni says, my husky is such a crap guard dog. I think huskies are they're just like, sup, you want to pet me? You know, they're so friendly.
Are you breaking in? That looks fun. You want to play? I'll start screaming.
Captain Fake Eye says, if I disguise myself as a lady from The Ring, I just have to wash my hair and change out of my nightgown. That's so funny. It's true. I could see that. Because I think your hair is like super dark too. Let's see. Pink Penguin says, yes, the old shrimp in the curtain rod trick. What the hell? MQI says, Robin, my kiddo loves your shark. He just saw it and wanted to tell you he's digging it. I love it too. Jules actually had to go. I think she ordered it for me because I was like, I want it so bad. And I think there's like a hole in it. It got stabbed, or maybe she took back the one that got stabbed. Like we ordered it online, it came in the mail, and it had been stabbed. And so we took it back, and then
you didn't report it to the police? That's like a serious thing.
Point. What?
It was stabbed. Like I'd take it to the hospital and I'd report it to the police.
Faye says, on June 12th, y'all should be hanging out with me while I'm in LA. No!
I thought we were all doing something on June 11th. Wait, what was the day that we picked? We have to check that.
Let's see. June 12th is a Sunday. June 12th is a Sunday. June 11th is the Saturday. We're hanging out on Saturday, right?
I think so. But again, I don't remember, which is why I said, what day was it? Would you prefer to have your first and last name or gamer tag on your event badge?
I put gamer tag.
Gamer tag. Fucking duh, bro.
I hope that we get t-shirts with our gamer tag on it like I did at the last fan fest that I went to, because so nice. Let's see.
Wait, is this digital?
No, it's in person. It's at the place. The Nova. It literally asks how you're getting to the venue. I put ground transportation. And then the other option is airplane. And I'm like, yes, I'll take an airplane straight. Oh no, I can't finish that sentence. Anyway, MQI says, Adam, that haircut is fire. You both look hot tonight. Oh,
thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Robin's makeup is on point. Thank you. I appreciate it. Lizard Tree says, kind of forgot about drinks. I think I need more sleep. Captain Fake Eye says, haven't taken a vacation since August, so they're going to LA for fun. I am very excited to meet up with you guys. Faye says, going to Disneyland, eating a shit ton of dim sum.
Oh my god.
Seeing my parents and sister for the first time since the pandemic. Oh, that'll be fun.
Dim sum sounds so good right now.
Aw, Pia over on YouTube says, how's it? Spooky Ohana, what's up? Jess says, what up, guys? Hello.
Hello to all.
I'm gonna listen to you guys while I play Skyrim. Solid plan. Skyrim's always great. The Snark says, just watched Turning Red. I can't believe I sat so long on it. It is very cute. I think the Four Town song is super catchy.
All right, I am registered.
Awesome. I totally forgot that I registered to like apply to go to FanFest this year, so I'm glad we got in.
Me too. Oop. It's pretty sweet.
Creasy says, are y'all in separate rooms now? He's in Vegas. I'm in California. So it's a whole thing. The Snark says, how can you respect last wishes? Sorry, like, don't sell my house. It's like, you can't really, right? You can't sit on a house forever.
Yeah, I mean,
or 5 ever or whatever.
I mean, if you keep it in the family, I get it. Like, have someone else that's within your family move in, but then once it's their house, like, what if they want to sell it and move somewhere else? Like, are they going to haunt the house forever? Are you going to haunt them forever for like taking a job opportunity somewhere else? Like, come on, Grandma, don't be unreasonable.
Let's see. Oh, the Snark says, hey, Robin, miss your face. I miss your face. I miss your amazing Vietnamese cooking. Captain Fake Eye says, not in this housing market. You got to make money. Make that dope. Yeah, that's probably why. It's like, you can't not sell a house. You're like, I'm selling it. It's worth $1 million. Gotta sell it. Let's see. Oh, you could rent it too. That's a good point. I almost it says rent it out. You're not selling it, but you still get cash. That's smart. Bunny Cake says, I also must go shower, but I'm bringing y'all with me. I hope our voices soothe you during your shower. Just One Pizza says, thank you all for joining me on my 13-hour day.
That's a rough day.
Jesus.
Shout out to Sucker Fool. What up? Says, hello, fellow spooksters over there on YouTube. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for being over there on YouTube.
Oh, it's because they're working 2 jobs today? You crazy.
Dang.
You're crazy. Let me drink my drink.
Okay, I'll read this long message from Menzo Matrix. It is to Captain Fake Eye, but I just want to read it. It says, speaking of The Ring vibes, watched a TikTok of a guy who worked at Blockbuster. Man, that ages me. But when they released that on VHS, they sent blank tapes to them with no explanation. The employees, thinking it was trailers, had no idea it was the fucking movie. Then when they watched it, we had no idea what it is. Then they all got vouchers to see the movie. So messed up. That's actually really smart.
Wow.
That's good marketing.
That's cool.
Snark says, I'm Western. I guess. I mean, it'd just be a headache and a financial burden if you can't get a good renter and stuff. LOL, I have my realtor hat on. Honestly, like, real estate's just such a volatile market, regardless, you know? Like, just watch flip or flop, you know? Like, sometimes you flip sometimes you flop. Gonna keep scrolling. Bob said to Enzo Matrix, pre-viral marketing.
You get divorced and it becomes very, very public.
Yep. That's always awkward when that happens. Gonna keep scrolling.
Holy shit. Did you see your confirmation email? I'm sorry.
No. Hang on. It's Captain Fake Guy says, oh, we picked June 11th. So cool. Glad we confirmed that. Now I will check my confirmation email since Robin keeps pulling me away.
Maybe you don't get it, but my email, I get to redeem personalized jersey for you and for me that has our gamer tags on the back of them.
Yeah, I definitely didn't get that. So
hold on, I'm gonna send you a snagit or a snippet or whatever it's called because you need to see this
snipping tool. I hate that they keep changing the name of this freaking thing. All right, I'm gonna keep listening. Sucker Fool says, I'm listening to y'all while playing God of War. That's a very good game. I'm gonna keep scrolling here.
Check it, click on it, look at it. Oh, it's glorious. Oh my god.
I can actually show everyone that's watching right now. Well, I should be able to. Give me one sec. They'll look like that. It'll say FanFest on the front and then our gamer tag on the back. That's fucking sweet, dude. Like,
it's fucking sweet.
I was thinking like, oh, this is just like some random event. Like, it's not as big as the normal FanFest thing is. Like, nah, dog. Like, this is the full FanFest thing. I understand now why you took a break from, you know, our very important show.
Yeah. Normally we go to E3 and then we go to FanFest around E3, but there is no E3 this year, so we're going to FanFest. It's going to be a huge thing. I'm so excited.
Snark says, you guys,
it's Xbox and Bethesda this year. Holy crap. It's going to be amazing. I don't know if you guys know, Bethesda every year has the sickest
They do. Their shit's awesome.
Show. Oh, man. Oh, man.
All right. The Snark says, you guys, there is a soup dumpling restaurant in Vegas. I am down to go. I'm going to keep scrolling here. Glitch says, Adam looks like he's about to take me to church. Take me to church.
It's because of your shirt.
I figure it would be a black shirt with a white collar.
It seems like when you get baptized, you look like you're about to go get baptized.
Okay, cool. Captain Vegas says, oh my god, who made that petition? So here's the thing with the petition. When I was still streaming on my personal channel, which I thought about doing again recently, Bob is always there because he's super awesome and he's very supportive. And he insisted that he wanted a Malum Husbando pillow and that Robin needed to design it. She said no. And he said, like, what if we have a petition? And she's like, fine, get a petition together. So he fucking made one. And he always posts it. She still hasn't done it yet, though. But, all right. Just Me says, what's the best way to kill Spriggans? I'll be honest with you. I have never played Elder Scrolls. However, Spriggans are the race that Kirito picks in the second half of season 1.
That's an actual race in
right?
other games?
I was like, that sounds familiar, and it's because of SAO, because of Sword Art Online.
Yeah, for me, it's the character from SAO.
Yeah. I know that they're really good with like trickster magic or some shit like that. Snark says, I gain proficiency in making pho by myself. I'll cook for everyone anytime. Jay Valor says
they're going to listen while playing God of War. Nice.
I read that.
Oh, you already did? I'm sorry.
I'm on J Valor saying, hey, yo, great to see you guys. What up?
See it.
Meat Mecha says, damn, haven't watched a stream in a while. Both of you look slimmer. Aw, thank you so much. Robin walks like 10 to 25. Lost weight,
but I appreciate
Robin walks like 10,000 to 25,000 steps a day nowadays, so definitely. I Once says, you'll have to wear the jerseys on a stream, without a doubt.
Elizabeth Tree said I had no idea that race was in a real life game. That's for real.
Yeah,
I didn't know that was a thing.
Xena Knight says, I'm back. Changed my username so it's easier to read. LOL. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Because I'm dumb.
We will. I am going to wear that jersey on stream whenever. It's so nice. It's so nice.
I'll tell you what, guys. If you want to head on over and sign that petition, Robin will be forced to make a design of a Malum husbando pillow. So it looks like Shane McBride just signed this petition as well. So
I can't believe you guys.
Before we jump into the next email, because we share more about our personal lives with those who watch us live. Those of you who watch us live know that I've started making dice as a hobby to distract me from the fact that my heart lives out in California and I only get to see her half the time nowadays. That said, I showed my clear dice that came out, the first one that I ever made last time, and it came out okay. I've done 4 since then, and I will show you in increments of just how well it went, basically. So let's go with this one. So this is my best one, actually. This is the one that I consider complete. I don't know how well it'll focus, but I'll try and do it. So it's like a teal with some glitter in it, and I put gold lettering on it. I actually really like this one. The one over here, you can see there's like just a little divot in the bottom left of it. But overall, that one came out really well. That's like my first success.
Show me, I haven't seen.
I just showed you. Oh.
I can't.
I forget we have 2 different cameras. And I have showed you. I've sent you a bunch of pictures and videos of me rolling this dice. So, okay, there's that one. I took that same coloring and I added in some purple mica powder to it. And it came out like this. And I actually really like this color better. It's not inked because my mold was fucked up on this one. And as you can see on the side here, I lost half of the dice. Like, there was a big air bubble in it, and I fucked up because I pushed down the top too much, and it squeezed out some of the resin. And when I did that, there was not extra resin to fill the void. Once those 2 came out, I was like, cool, 1 success, 1 failure. I'm going to try some different colors. I tried gunmetal, and I really wanted to get this liquid glitter in it and some gold. And as you can see, it has some of that color. There's still the sprue on it because I haven't filed this one yet. The reason I haven't filed it is because the stuff I used for glitter all sank to the bottom. I used a different material, and that shit is heavy. So it's like, 1, it's going to be a weighted dice, and 2, it looks like shit. So, and the other thing is, it's going to be weighted on the bottom, and that face right there, I don't know if you can tell, that's the 20. So you'll never get that. That'll always land down. And if anyone knows anything about D&D dice, the 20, the opposite side from it, is the 1. So that's basically a fucking botch dice. The other one I've done, which I actually really like, I haven't inked this one yet. I will probably do gold on this one also because I do love the gold. Is this purple? I tried to put gold flecks into it, or excuse me, green flecks into it, and you can see them in there. I wish I would have used paper. I have this like paper that like tears up really easy. It's like tissue paper that's colored because it would have looked a little bit better. But I really do like the purple color. I haven't done anything that's like opaque yet. Everything is fairly transparent except for the gunmetal one. So I'll fuck around with that a bit more. And I might actually set up a camera just to stream me playing with this stuff. Because I got a giant D20 that's like that fucking big. And I'm going to make bouncy balls. So I'm super excited for that. But that said, Captain Vegas says, LOL, you should DM with that dice. You can roll low numbers. I only roll digital dice with our particular game. But yeah, I'm moving towards being able to make sets. And when I make sets, Robin will get the first set I make. And then after that, Garrett and Faye will get the second and third because they are my co-hosts for Twats at Twats, and those are my 3 players currently for the game I DM. But I wanted to share that with you guys. Would you
say they're your favorite Twats?
I would not say that because it's rude. They're my favorite Wheel of Time co-hosts, without a doubt.
All right. Let me get into my first story here.
All right, I will mark it. You do your thing. Oh, wait. Did you take your 6 drinks?
No, I took like 3. Look how much lower my cup is.
Should pound it. I'm going to take 5 of mine right now.
I don't know about you. This whiskey tastes so good.
Brothers Bond is really good. I hit the spot where my rum has been sitting.
Are you drinking it too?
I did some damage. No, I'm just drinking Captain Morgan's.
Oh, okay.
All right. Sorry for interrupting. Thank you all for signing the petition. You guys are amazing.
Oh.
We have drank because you made us. Peer pressure is real as long as you have channel points.
Oh, I got a burp now because of the soda.
Yours is almost gone, so it's always the best when Robin hasn't started reading a story yet and she's already slurring her words.
I hope I'm not. I don't. Just One Pizza says my roommate pre-ordered Brothers Bond and it's literally his favorite. That's what my sister did. She ordered 2 when it was like 2020 when they were doing pre-orders. She ordered 2 and then I was like, oh, cool, I'm going to get one. And then she's like, by the way, I ordered like 4 more bottles.
And her sister doesn't really drink.
She doesn't drink, but we're like really big Vampire Diaries fans. And so she's just like, I love them. I need to buy these. And she doesn't drink. So this is like my second bottle. I think I finished the first one. This is my second one. I don't know if she has a couple others sitting around. She might have given one to her friend or something because she does have a few of them. But it's so good. I love it. It's absolutely delicious.
Did you mean to say she has a few of them referencing bottles of booze or friends? Because that was either like general statement or really mean, and I heard it as really mean.
More than a few friends. Oh no, my mouth is starting to do the thing. Blah, 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 blah. The Snark says, I have Game of Thrones liquor. I won't let Larry drink. We do too. And we have there's the bottle that if you put it in the freezer, the
lettering turns blue.
Yeah.
It's Johnny Walker, but it's
the guy on the side shows up.
Yeah, it's Johnny Walker, but it's called Johnny White Walker because of the White Walkers.
Yeah.
Not
he
because
looks like a White Walker. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway. So I'm going to get into my first story here. All right. So my first story that I'm going to read is from Melanie. And it actually also contains 2 stories, apparently.
Oh, we're doing both Melanie stories. Nice. I like this.
All right. So it goes, hi, hello.
Hello.
Here are 2 stories that I hope y'all, or you will, sorry. I just automatically, for some reason, changed it to y'all, will like. I wanted to share with you all today a story about my haunted apartment in College Station, Texas. Close to 10 years ago, my now husband, then fiance, and I moved into a 2-bedroom apartment from my previous 1-bedroom apartment in the same apartment complex. To quickly set the tone, this apartment complex was not exactly in the best part of town, and the side of the building that we were moved to was definitely in disrepair. When we moved into the apartment, I always felt like something was off, but we hadn't planned to stay there long, as we were going to hopefully buy our first house together soon. Our apartment was also directly across the hallway from one of the new on-site managers who moved in shortly after we did, and she always gave me a bad vibe, which, not surprisingly, reverberated off of her apartment. Her son, who was probably around 8 or 9, was insanely creepy. In fact, several times my husband would catch him trying to look into our bedroom window. That is like the definition of creepy. Like, I know we say keep on creeping on, but don't be peeking into people's bedrooms.
Yeah, that's too much creeping on right there. Like, bring it back. Dial it down a skosh.
About a month after she moved in, I started feeling a heaviness to our apartment, especially in the hallway that led to our bathroom and bedroom. My feelings were confirmed when I woke up one night around 3 in the morning. It's 3 in the morning. Of course, you're going to see something horrible. I saw a large, dark shadow figure staring at us from the doorway of our bedroom. I was paralyzed and could not move in fear, and the room felt like the temperature had plummeted. I woke up my husband, and by the time he woke up, the shadow was gone. This visit repeated nightly. Oh my God. I don't think I'd be like, we're moving. I can't do this every night.
I try and set up a camera or some sort of equipment too to see if I could capture like any of the phenomenon that it keeps repeating.
Oh yeah, maybe. Every night I woke up trying to figure out who this figure was and what they wanted. My husband started to see it too, and I was frantically contacting my own metaphysical community to see what could be done. Until one night. When the shadow visited the next time, there was another shadow there with them. At this point, I was ready to pack our shit up and get the fuck out. But then, this other figure managed to send it away. The shape started to shift so that I could start to see facial features and clothing, and this amazing warmth started emanating from him. I thanked him, and then he disappeared. Okay, so this dark, scarier shadow figure comes every night for a while, and then they contact their community to figure out, like, okay, what's going on here? And then this new shadow person shows up and scares away, or like sends the evil bad energy off to some other place.
Or I just told him to
angel, perhaps.
Told him to get the fuck out. Like, maybe not some other place specifically, just like any other place. Like, you gotta go, bro. Like, Shadow Bouncer, GTFO.
A Shadow Bouncer. Oh man, did you ever play that game on PlayStation?
Shadow Bouncer?
No. I think it was called The Bouncer, and the character from The Bouncer is like Sora from Kingdom Hearts before Kingdom Hearts.
No.
They look exactly the
I
same.
certainly never played that game. It's not ringing any bells. I'm pretty sure you just made it up, just like Zaboomafoo.
Nah, yeah, you should look up videos of The Bouncer. I played that game through probably like 20 times. Anyway, just to make sure that whatever it was gone, I did some cleansing of our apartment and things calmed down a bit. My husband asked if I knew who the man was who was occasionally coming back and checking on us, and without a doubt, something in me said, my grandfather. Note that I have never met his grandfather, and he actually passed away before my husband was even born. Did I say my grandfather or
you
your
did.
grandfather?
You said mine.
Okay, it was their husband's grandfather. Obviously with the context afterwards. Huh?
You want to just reread that part? I'm still kind of confused.
Oh, okay. I'll start from mid of the other sentence. Oh, okay. My husband asked if I knew who the man was who would occasionally come back and check on us, and without a doubt, something in me said, your grandfather. Note that I have never actually met his grandfather, and he actually passed away before my husband was even born. To confirm who it was that I saw, he showed me a picture of his grandfather. We went to his parents' house, one which I had never seen, and there he was, wearing the exact same outfit that I saw him in. The next one, okay. So then we're going to go over to the next story here. So the next one is also from College Station. We moved from that apartment to our first home together. So they bought a house, boop, boop, and previous owners were relocated. This is what happens when you take so many
Previous
things.
owners were Brie Larson? What? That's crazy. She's Captain Marvel.
I wish. Anyway, the previous owners were relocating out of state and left their teenage son behind to stay with his grandparents. When we moved into the house, the energy was great, and I, of course, broke out the sage before we moved in, just to make sure. After living in the house for about 4 months, our back bedroom, which we used predominantly for storage, started to feel really off. Every time either one of us would go in there, the air felt very heavy, and we both had difficulty breathing. But we're completely fine once we left the room. Based on our limited interactions with the family, we knew that their son was not happy about being left behind and seemed pretty angry, so I figured that it was just residual energy from his emotions about having to stay behind. Within hours of us noticing these changes, we heard a knock on our door, and it was the police department asking to speak to the former owners. When we explained that we had just moved in, they shared the news that they were looking for them because their son had experienced a tragic accident and passed away.
Wow.
Upon hearing this news, I almost passed out from shock and sadness for him and their family, and knew immediately what was happening with our house. That back bedroom was where he spent a large portion of his life, and he decided to come back to visit after he died. Knowing that he was still in the house and might not even know what happened to him, I wanted to be as cautious and supportive as possible, so I went into the room and spoke to him and explained what happened from the information that we knew. I told him how sorry I was that things have been so difficult for him and wished him peace as he transitioned into the afterlife. I also reinforced with him that I know how much he wanted to stay in the home, but his family had moved on, and it would be best for him to do so as well. Within hours, the room became lighter and brighter, and I knew that he moved on. We unfortunately never got to reconnect with his family as we didn't have their contact information, but we think of them often, and needless to say, I sent them a lot of love, light, and compassion that day. These are just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to my experiences. So if you like these and would like some more, I'm always happy to share. Thanks, Melanie. Thank you, Melanie, for sharing that with us. I think that kind of stuff happens a lot, where one day, like, your house is fine. One day you get these like weird vibes, right? Strange energy. And it's because something has happened somewhere to someone. And you're kind of just caught in the crossfire of that transition. But I totally believe something like that would happen.
Yeah, these are really good stories.
Coming back.
Yeah, I appreciate you sending these in, Melanie. I'm also very appreciative, Robin, of the fact that when she said these are just the tip of the iceberg, you didn't make a just the tip joke, because I feel like the word tip very rarely gets past you, and it shows how good these stories were. But yeah, like Robin said, there's this feeling that some people get that they know something traumatic or something tragic has happened, and to have like these sort of confirmations pop up, it's very, very sad. But overall, like, I'm happy you shared the story with us too, so that people don't feel weirded out or feel like isolated or alone if something like this were to happen to them. And, you know, they feel like it's more of a safe place to share that shit like that does happen to people, like, regardless of what you believe in or what your personal, like, religious beliefs are. We get stories like this from lots of people all over the world, all different backgrounds, like all different religions. So it's something to, it's episode 190 for Storytime. We're still reinforcing that this happens a lot to a lot of folks. So thank you so much for sending that in. And we definitely want to hear more of your stories. So give us more than just the tip.
Yeah. Damn it. Give us more than just the tip. Fuck, you stupid idiot.
I could have just said deeper, but I figured I'd be less gross.
What? That doesn't even make sense.
Anyways, thank you so much one last time. All right.
Here's Wonderwall.
I also want to mention, too, because I saw right before we went over here, we were talking about the Game of Thrones liquor. We have House Tully, too, because they had like a different liquor for each house.
For each house, yeah.
And we were able to get House Tully. I think there was one other one. I think House Lannister or House Stark
was Lannister, too.
But we saw it,
and
it was like $200 a bottle. And I'm like, I love Game of Thrones, but I'm not buying this. Fuck that. Like, House Tully was like $70. We're like, I think I can pop for that. But yeah, we've only ever tried that once.
Once more than just the tip.
Always. Give me the whole thing.
I was Winner says, I played the bouncer. It was an all right fighter. The bouncer, when I played it again as an adult, I hated it. I was like, this game sucks. I don't know why as a child I played it so many times.
We also have a beer. It's like the Dragon's Blood. The one that's just like a big...
Yes. Yep.
It's a huge fucking bottle for a beer. It looks like it's
like a 40.
Yeah, it's huge, but we've never opened that one. It's sitting on top of the fridge. Okay.
It's probably disgusting.
Shout out to Chloe Michelle, who just donated 200 bits. We appreciate that. That'll go into the Zach Bagels Haunted Museum visit that if we get in the next 28 days, I think that says. If we get to 200 or 300, $300, then we can pay for the tickets for Robin, myself, Robin's sister, and our friend that made the deal with us that if we can get to this goal, she will take us on a mini tour. She'll be like our tour guide because she wants to see Robin's reactions to all these things. And despite the fact that I hate Zach Bagels, I love Robin, and we love our friends enough where we were like, all right, we'll put it up as a goal. We'll see if we get there. So that's technically $66 now. All right, there was a couple things.
Xena Knight says, I always feel stuff going on, probably because I live right next to a funeral director's.
Fuck that.
I believe it.
Bob said this, and I think it's very insightful. Keep on creeping on, but don't be peeping on. That's a good one. Snark says...
That one's so good.
He was able to drink the Johnny Walker White Walker. I needed my freezer clear. We have House Tully and Lannister, so they got the Lannister ones. I really wonder how Lannister tastes. If you guys ever crack that thing open, give me a call. Mad Scan is back.
Yeah.
Thank you for
Our
coming
Tully
back.
is open, so if y'all ever want to try the Tully, you can have it. Not have it, but like have a drinky drink. We can make some drinky drink.
Shout out to Nefko, who just resubscribed to the 11th month and said 11 months.
Thank you so much.
Snark says, oh my god, I alphabetized that game for a year at GameStop. It does exist.
Yeah, the bouncer, man. It had some cool, like, there were fighting moves that you wouldn't normally see in a game. which I thought was cool. And every time you played through the game, it added on a different scene or it changed the scene. It was always different. No matter how many times I played it through, they added something or changed something. It was pretty neat. I liked it. That aspect of it. But the gameplay was not, it's no bueno.
Just One Pizza says, anyone else think we need another petition for Adam to watch Zaboomafoo?
He will never watch
It's not true.
Ugh.
I'll talk shit about it and pretend I don't know that it exists on the show for that running gag.
I can't believe so many people have signed this body pillow petition.
It was only like 8 or 10 the last time I checked before it got shared.
Why? What? How many does it have to be before I have to make it?
The goal is 100 on the thing,
Okay.
but I don't know if that's your goal. I mean, I'm gonna make it fucking 82 email addresses and just keep signing this thing.
The Snark says the air could have been thick with 2 C's, if you will.
Pink Payment says I just signed the body pillow petition. Enzo says, hey Matrix, ever thought of adding games/features to Streamlabs? Just wondering. I don't know if they have any additional games or features. Most of the stuff that I run is outside of Streamlabs because it's not the best at adding interactive stuff. I will say, I was going to ask you guys if you're interested in this. I have been playing this game called Evil Dead, the game. It's a 4-versus-1 asymmetrical horror game, very similar to Dead by Daylight or Friday the 13th. It came out on Friday the 13th, which was 5 days ago. And it's pretty fucking sweet. Not going to lie. I really like it. I thought about streaming to my personal channel, and I was like, it's horror. Maybe I should just stream this to the Scaryish channel. So if that sounds like something you guys would like to watch, I can totally stream it on the Scaryish channel. Not necessarily, not necessarily on Saturdays. Just in general, I might decide to go live and share it, but you guys let me know. All right.
The Snark says they opened their Tully too, and he said we can make Larry bartend. I'm down. He makes really good drinks.
Indeed. Face says, Robin,
I want that game. I want to play that game too. I haven't bought it yet.
Face says, Robin, I am loving your eye makeup. Just are jealous at your winged eyeliner skills.
Thank you so much.
Shout out to Madscan for donating 200 bits. We're now up to $68 dues for that goal.
Thank you. The restroom. Ooh, sorry. Oh, also the Snark says he wants to come to the museum so we can all go.
Right on.
The restroom or the bathroom that I did my makeup in, it's like during the day when the sun is just hitting that side of the house, that room, I was sweating buckets. I had like sweat dripping down the side of my face. I was so sweaty. I felt disgusting. And because the sun shines in through that window, it's like sun on this half of my face. And it was like, I have to hold my hand like this to stop the sun from shining on my face to check if it's even for my makeup.
That's funny.
So periodically I have to like put my hand up, check, and then keep going. So it's funny. Captain Pig says, miss the game stream for weekend chores. Yeah, we need to do some game streams. I just don't know how. A lot of people say they would watch it, though.
We basically just have to get it so that you guys would watch my screen, because I don't think Robin's setup out there could handle like simulcasting to a streaming platform. But if we play a game together, then yeah, it's like what we normally used to do. All right, Chloe Michelle just donated another 100 bits. Thank you so much. And said 100 to make it 69, baby. So I will update the goal so that it reflects $69. Shout out to Queen Ephany, who just resubscribed for the 5th month. I'll let Robin vamp a little bit while I update this goal bar to say 69.
Vamp it up. Lizard Tree says, yes, my laundry is piling up each week without the game stream.
I didn't realize you had to have the game stream going to do your laundry. I feel bad for your whole family now.
I think that's so funny. Let's see. I'm scrolling through to just double check if I missed anything.
There you go. I named it Bagel Bites Museum Visit this time, so the title's not too long.
Oh, nice.
It says $69 dues.
69.
All right, I am going to run a 60-second ad over there on Twitch. If you are a sub, you will not see this ad. If you're on a different streaming platform, you will also not see this ad, but it gives us some dead air and allows me to mark this for later. So Thank you so much for being patient with us. We'll be back here in 60 seconds. Again, unless you're one of those other people who gets to watch us no matter what. We typically don't say anything interesting for 60 seconds.
Yeah.
So.
We're pretty boring during the 60-second ad.
Yeah.
We've had someone say that before. Like, y'all are kind of boring during the ads. Like, yeah, we don't say anything.
It's like we're trying not to read the things from people that may or may not be able to see us. Because, like, how would you feel if you wrote something to a streamer, and you ran an ad, and during that ad they replied to you, but you didn't know? You think they just ignored you. So, all right.
Yeah.
Boop. My next one's super short, so I kind of wish we would have saved. God damn it, Madscan donated another 100 bits. I'm leaving it at 69 for now, but I'll keep in mind to add it on later to move it up to 70. All right. Checking. Enzomatrix says, I know you're able to earn different points on Streamlabs, and you can name them anything you want, but you can add exclamation point commands and exclamation point slots, gamble, heist, etc. Streamlabs doesn't let you do a whole lot of that. Stream Elements is a separate thing that does let you do that. But I don't want to make it too complicated with having like two different currencies, like Twitch channel points and then like Stream Elements channel points, because it gets super confusing. If anything, I'd want to find more games like Intro Fighters or Marbles, where it's like, I'd also like to find something that works with all the chats and not just Twitch, because I know not everyone watches on Twitch. Madscan says, oh no, I'm sorry. LOL, my OCD wanted to complete the hype train.
The hype train. That's so cute.
It's very sweet of you as well. That's okay. We know it's at 70. We're just going to leave it at 69 so everyone can see 69. So Snark says, guys, my dog Pebbles just turned 13. She got ice cream for her birthday.
Aww.
Pebbles is such a good dog.
I love the pictures from that weekend. Like, it's so cute. Did you see the picture of Pebbles smiling with Larry at the same time? I was like, this is the perfect picture. Okay.
Funny Cake says, I have a cold, so now I have to do a rats test every time I want to leave the house. That sucks. What? Lots of happy birthdays being tossed out for Pebbles, though. All right, I am next, so I'm going to mark it. And go ahead and move on to my next one. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and move on to my next story of the show. And this one's subject is Homegrown, a somewhat wholesome one. And it's from Aiden. I will say this one's slightly short. So it starts out like this. Hi.
Hello.
Hello. I'm Aiden. Sorry if I have bad grammar or spelling. I'm typing this on my phone, and English isn't my strongest suit anyway. Let's begin. My sibling is a strong believer in the paranormal, while I'm skeptical about it and still am. My sibling says they have a ghost in their room, which I thought was bullshit until one recent night. We were having a rant about something in their room when they said their ghost friend said hi. Jokingly, I said hi. Hang on.
I don't know how I feel about this.
Jokingly, I said hi, and I regret it. They told me to go over to them, and they showed me their phone with the filter on it, because if you turn a filter on your phone and point it somewhere, if it still shows up, even when nothing's there, there's supposed to be a ghost, and it appeared. I think this is referencing like Snapchat, where it's like supposed to put like something on your face, and then if something shows up on that face, it's like something's actually there. They then asked the ghost to move their hand, and it fucking did. I was, and still am, freaked out. But I'm working on rationalizing it. It's not that I don't believe in ghosts, it's that I don't want to, because if something good is true, it means something bad is true also. Anyway, you're welcome to share it on the podcast if you want. I am not on any of the socials because I don't use any social media sites outside of YouTube and Spotify. Well, goodbye for now. Love you. Love you too.
Thank you so much. That's very short.
Yeah, it's a short one, but either way, like, it's a creepy thing that happened to someone. Like, I've seen a lot of those videos on like TikTok or Snapchat or whatever, where someone's taking a filter and then all of a sudden it like puts a face on something that's not there. And I'd be super fucking creeped out too. I'm not sure how like waving the hands worked. Like, I'm not sure if there's a filter that like shows your hands where you would have been able to see it, or if there's like, you know, some sort of motion blur or something like that. But
I don't know about that either.
Yeah, either way.
I mean, the thing with filters though is it's anything that
looks like a face.
Looks like a face. So it could just be like the objects in the frame happen to come together to look like a face. If it was like nothing behind you, nothing at all, and there was something there, I would freak out, you know? Like if it was a white wall behind you, or
darkness.
Just a dark hallway.
Yeah.
I would freak out for sure.
It would be super creepy if it was like one of those multi-face features and you were in a dark hallway and you like held it up and there was like 6 or 7 faces behind you.
Oh,
and then
yeah,
they all rush towards you. There you go. That's my movie. That's a scene
but those
for a horror
filters
movie.
only allow for like 2 people. So,
yeah, I know. Anyways, thank you so much for sending that in, Aiden. Aiden. We appreciate it. All right. I know that one was super short, so that's why I was like, I wish you would have saved your longer one for the second half of the show, but whatever. It is what it is.
I didn't know.
I figured you looked at your emails beforehand and were like, oh, I'll figure it out on the fly, but I should have just given that direction. Sorry. Shout out to Chunkster, who just resubscribed for the 18th month and said, woohoo, happy belated birthday, Laura Ann. Also, our hype train just got up to...
Happy belated birthday!
Or excuse me, our hype train just completed at level 2. Total of 3 sub gifts and 600 bits. So we appreciate all of those. You guys are amazing.
The Snark says that Larry pushed him out of the frame for the picture with Pebbles.
That's funny.
It's so cute.
Xena says, whoop whoop, 69. Snark thanked everyone for the birthday wishes. Chunk says, working late tonight, but I'm here. Thank you for joining us.
I'm still here.
Bunny Cake says, you've always got the Xbox Connect system. Yeah, those things, that specific filter was always super weird. It was funny when they put that into that Paranormal Activity movie, like product placements and development. Moonprince keeps saying, oh man, and then like a random bunch of keystrokes. The Snark says, I will post the weirdest face swap in the Discord. Yeah, definitely post those. I want to see some of those because they're creepy as fuck. All right, I'm going to mark it though. We are caught up on chat because that one was super short, and Robin can get into her last one and the last one for the night.
All right. So the final story of this evening is from Amber, and the subject is prophetic dreams. Prophetic, not to be confused with pathetic.
That'd be really mean.
They sound very similar coming out of my mouth right now. All right, so it says, hello, spooky friends.
Hello. And y'all all the spooky friends, wherever you're at, you have to yell hello right at me.
I've been planning to send this for a while, but life's been busy with work and college stuff, but better late than ever. Then never. But better late than never. Anyway, I've always had wild, vivid dreams, as I've mentioned in my Sweet Dreams Are Made of These story from a while back about my nightmares. Recently, I've been finding a strange pattern in my dreams. They've been predicting the future. There are 3 instances of this that I can currently think of. The first happened in December. If you watched the news around then, you probably heard of the huge tornado that hit Kentucky. Well, the night before that incident, I had a dream of multiple tornadoes all ripping up the town around me. I have tornado dreams frequently, but it didn't quite faze me when it first happened. When I heard about what happened in Kentucky, I remembered the dream I had and freaked out a bit. Not long after that tornado hit the news, a tornado hit my own town. If you're in the Discord, you may have seen me having a mini panic attack in one of the chats, but we're all good now. No severe damage was done, besides some torn up trees, Midwest things, you know. The second happened far more recently and is fairly wholesome. One night, I had a dream where I was at school, heading down the hallway. My old choir teacher, who left last year and is an amazing person, suddenly walked through the doors. I got really excited and greeted him, asking why he was there. Not long after that, I woke up. A couple days ago, from when I sent this, was my state music competition. I was very nervous as I entered the room I was going to be performing in. As I walked in, I looked around and there was my old choir teacher. I was so surprised when I first saw him, but so excited. He wasn't able to stay for my performance, but I got to meet up with him again and chat. Side note, I was 1 point away from getting a perfect score on my singing piece.
Dang.
I know, I'm just so awesome. This third one is a bit darker and includes a shooting that took place.
Jesus.
Ooh, with the one that just happened, it's like, that's nuts. So I left it for last so people would skip if it need be. I'll also keep it a bit shorter than the others. One night, I had the most vivid dream of being at school, and I can still identify the exact classroom I was in. It was me and one other teacher in the room. All of a sudden, an announcement came over the speakers warning of a shooter in the school. I woke up escaping through the window and running to safety and waking up. The next day, in class, we were watching the news, and I was frightened to see that a school shooting had just taken place. With that, I would say it happens too often for it to be a prophecy. I think everything else could be like prophetic, but having just had another one happen recently, I'm like, it happens too often.
I will say, like, a lot of these things too seem like, you know, if you're having a tornado that hits, typically it's because like it's been really stormy, you know? So like having a dream about a tornado hitting at a time where it's been like stormy is something that's, you know, pretty straightforward. I think that's something that would like hit a lot of people's dreams. And knowing you're going to a singing competition and dreaming about seeing someone who's like, you know, been a teacher for you, like that also makes sense. The school shooting thing, or the shooting just in general, excuse me, is like, it's just unnerving because it's such a horrible thing to have happen. But like Robin says, like, it happens so frequently in America, unfortunately. It's like, if you had a dream about it at any given point, it could line up with any sort of mass shooting that happens here because it happens so fucking often.
Right. And a lot of them, they don't even put in the news anymore.
Right.
As like big, you know, mainstream news. It's usually local. So I'm just like, it's both sad, you know, it's just really sad. And at the same time thinking like maybe it is prophetic. Maybe it was something that at the time didn't happen very often and just was something just out of the blue, you know? The email continues on. Those are all of my wild and scary dreams for now. I'm sure I'll have more soon. Until next time, stay safe, stay spooky, and keep on creeping on. But don't keep peeping on.
You might want to explain that to people who are listening because they definitely did not hear me read the chat.
And I say don't keep peeping on because with our previous story where someone was peeping into the bedroom window, we did have someone comment that very phrase, and I think it's genius.
Yeah, I totally agree. But yeah, like, you know, we just said, dreams definitely have this sort of impact on us, especially when there's like vivid specific details of like how something unfolds or like a scene and how it plays out, and then that happens to you again. We get a lot of emails about prophetic dreams, so it's something that's super interesting and also kind of creepy. So thank you so much for sending that, and we definitely want to hear more. So if anyone out there has a prophetic dream email, please make sure you reach out to us and let us know. And then if you tell us we can read it on the show, we'd be glad to share it. You suck. Hate you. All right, let's look over into stream chat, and then we'll move over into Marbles on Stream to wrap up the night. Right here, Enzo Matrix says, speaking of paranormal activity, has anyone seen the Next of Kin movie? Liz Tree and I are wanting to watch it, wondering if it's any good. All right. Bunny Cakes is explaining they have to take all those tests because they're cold. Bob says, Enzo Matrix, Next of Kin with Patrick Swayze. No, I think this is like Paranormal Activity. Next of Kin is the most recent movie. Definitely not Patrick Swayze, says Enzo Matrix. R.I.P.
What the fuck? Is Glitch still here?
I'm not sure, but I can handle it. If you want to read, then I can deal with that.
All right. Enzo Matrix says, "Oh,
if you want to read, then I can deal with that."
You've already read that one. Bunny Cake says they don't talk about shootings in the news to stop shooter fame, right? Not necessarily. It genuinely does happen so often that I think the mass shootings are usually the one they put in the news now. They don't necessarily put in like, oh, so-and-so shot up a grocery store or whatever.
Yeah, because the ones they put in there, they like people still get famous off of it, and they really do choose based off of body count, basically. It's like, how big of an impact will this have, and is this going to be something that lots of people are talking about, or is it going to be locally? Is whether or not it hits like the national news cycle. Plus, national news cycles are all bullshit anyways. It's just based off of like whatever they think they can get the biggest ratings off of, regardless of like what channel you watch. Captain Vega says, autograph from Bagels? Question mark. No, I would spit in that dude's face.
Because Adam, because I was sitting there and asked Adam, if you go to the Bagels Museum and Bagels makes a guest appearance while you're there, do you react or politely leave? I will never do anything to him.
I will just not do anything in general. But if he like tries to talk to me, I will roll my fucking eyes so hard. Like if he actually tries to engage with me, I'd be like, just don't fucking talk to me, man. Like I don't even want to be here right now.
The Snark says, I took way too long to figure out where to post that pic of the swap, the face swap. That's funny.
Moon Princess Time wants to know, I'd pretend to be possessed to see what BS you would pull.
Wow. Lizard Tree says, spitting on someone is considered assault.
Yeah, I'm aware.
I believe that.
That's why you spit on them and then you punch them in the fucking face. Like 2 for 1. If it's going to be assault, you might as well get hit with it for something you actually did.
Jesus.
I'm
You
kidding,
would never
obviously.
do that.
I mean, I would punch someone, but I wouldn't punch someone first. I'd punch someone in self-defense. Yeah, we'll leave it at that. You can read whatever comes through, and I'll get marbles on stream set up. Obviously, I'm joking. I wouldn't physically assault Zach Bagels. I would roll my eyes super fucking hard because he's such a boner, though.
I agree. He's pretty big. Well,
I'm pretty sure if you were an asshole to him,
he's just a boner.
He would try and sue you because, like, you know, he's so special and he has such amazing psychological powers that being mean to him might make him go blind or some other fucking bullshit. All right, let's move over into marbles on stream cameras, and I will get these things adjusted while the game gets set up. If it lets me leave. My mouse is frozen. It can't escape.
Pull up my Twitch. Twitch. I need to figure out how to make like an animated emote for Twitch because you can do those now. I think that would be really nice to have. Oh my god. I want to says, beware of pissing off Adam. He will spit on you, punch you, then steal your Christmas yard ornament. What the fuck?
All right, got the cameras fixed. Okay, start your voting. Exclamation point vote, then a space and the number that corresponds to the track you would like to race. While y'all are doing that, I'm going to move over my chat so I can actually see it. That was Robin's job, but she forgot.
What did I forget?
To read the chat.
I did read the chat.
You said you were getting out your phone. And then I thought I saw something come across. So now I'm getting my chat window all set up. If it would just work. Work. Alright, don't forget that if you would like to participate in Marbles on Stream, you just need to type an exclamation point vote, then a space, then the number that corresponds to the track you would like to race. That's the pick. And then once we're in there, you just type in exclamation point play. If your marble wins the race, you will get a free sticker courtesy of Robin's Kawaii Corner, which is Robin's Etsy shop. So this is a nice opportunity to win yourself some free merch.
My tummy's really warm from the booze.
I can see that. Right now, Shattered Dreams is in first place, so it's autobiographical about my life.
Read there at the end.
Why can't I hear myself? It's my phone. I'm like, where did that come from? I thought I had that muted.
I had to turn I had to turn you down because I could definitely hear the audio from outside of my headphones because Discord was so loud.
Yeah, you should keep me as low as you can so it doesn't spill over into the audio track, which definitely happened on Tuesday's episode a lot. I did clean it up for quite some time. Hopefully, all of it. I turned it to
like 40 output, like super lil.
When did you adjust it? Just so I know for editing.
Maybe like 2 minutes in, 3 minutes in.
Oh, thank God. All right, so Shattered Dreams already has 8 votes, so we're going to go with this. Average time to complete this track is 2 minutes and 3 seconds. The world record time is 1 minute and 27. On average, we take 2 minutes and 4 seconds to do it, and Robin has done it faster, the fastest of all the spooky friends, in 1 minute and 39.
Hell yeah.
Let's jump in there and see if we can take that record from her.
Suck it!
Exclamation point play to get your marble on the stream. All right, and forgot about the voting thing. So, Twitch has this wonderful feature where I can set up a vote, and you can predict whether or not Robin or I will finish first in this. So, who will last longer / rank better? So, if one of us falls off first, that means they lost. If one of us comes in lower on the rankings, by lower I mean further back, that means they lost. So, I will start the prediction. You have 2 minutes to decide who you want to put your points towards. And I will start the timer for how long it takes for you to join in. We have 21 marbles already, which is wonderful to see. So you have 2 minutes from right now if you are a straggler, like I am currently. I think. I'm not sure if I actually jumped in or not. And don't forget to vote if you would like to do a little bit of gambling on Twitch. All right, so I won both times last week. I think I'm on a streak here. I like to vote for myself. I'm not going to vote my entire amount, but I'm going to vote 5,000.
Wow, you have a lot of points.
It's because I bet on myself last week. I believed in myself on my birthday. Which means that anyone who is currently voting for Robin will be paid out 6.58 points for each one that they spent voting. So it's a pretty good payout. That might balance out as the votes come in. There's still 1 minute left to vote. All right. I'm What's Dinner says, putting everything on Robin. Adam won the last two. You are correct.
That's a lot of pressure.
It's like when you go to the casino, if anyone's ever gambled at a casino, where it's like, it's been red for like the last 5 or 6 times. What are the odds that it's red again? You bet black, and then it's red for like the next 6 times. You're just like, how is this possible? Robin came pretty close to that all-time record with the minute 39. I mean, Ruin Alvaros is the one with the minute 27, so if you beat Robin's record, it's a pretty safe bet that you're going to win the race. But if you can beat Ruin Alvaros' record, that'll mean that everyone that plays this map for the next, like, 2 weeks gets to see your username, which is pretty fucking dope. Bob says 50% when it comes to is it going to be red or black, but there's also a 00 green space that fucks over all bets unless you bet specifically on 00, so the odds are always in the favor of the house no matter what you bet. Cursed Wolf is the first one down the Plinko board and is making their way downtown. Walking fast, faces past and they're homebound, but as you can see, this track splits up multiple ways and it's going to split again, so there's lots of different ways for folks to go. He's going the middle track, which is interesting to see. It looks like Enzo Matrix and Bob are on the other side. Latreia has fallen off, unfortunately. Moon Prince and Robin are also coming to the middle side, and then on the other side, way over there, is Laura Ann and the Snarked. It's very hard to tell who's in the lead on this one, because as the tracks diverge, they have completely different paths and completely different lengths to see who will get to the end. But right now, it seems like Cursed Wolf is in the front. However, they're having trouble with that elevator. Enzo Matrix gets through pretty quickly along with Bob. Laura Ann on the near side is cruising through as well. These two fan blades are going pretty fast, and that can actually be beneficial to anyone who gets hit at the right moment by them. The slow fan blade has slowed down literally everyone. You can see that's what happened to Robin the last time when she set the record. Enzo Matrix also had that benefit them, and I am now in second place, which is nice to see. Robin is back there. Let's follow Enzo Matrix, though, and see if it can take this one home. They're chasing down Robin's record-setting pace, but it's going to be kind of hard unless they can navigate these cone danglers, whatever you want to call them, better than Robin's Ghost Ball did. And they do, pretty impressively, in fact. So if they can get through the slowly rising rods quickly, they will indeed take home the record. Congratulations, Enzo Matrix on the record. Bob and Just One Pizza have both fallen off. Robin has somehow taken the lead past me, which is unfortunate, but has been stopped by the rods and has been let through, takes second place. Anyone who voted on Robin, congratulations. You're about to get your payout. We can all agree that this game is bullshit and we hate it so much. But congratulations to those who picked Robin. And you're getting a lot on your prediction, so complete that prediction. Glitch said, no, my points. Same, bro. Same. I had 5,000 points out of my 6,000 on myself. We're going to watch everyone else trickle in. You can see that fiery wave of death approaching, so anyone who has not completed the track in the next 45 seconds will be hit by it. I think everyone will make it through, though, unless you get hit by those backwards arrows right there on the sides of the track, which Xenonite did, and got launched completely off the track. That seems rude, considering that this was their first time on the live. Chunkster also got knocked backwards, but has survived it. And the wave approaches more. These things are all shaken now because they've all been hit, so they should be easier to move through. All right, Chunkster's going forward a second time. We'll see if Chunkster can get through these stupid slow-moving rods before that fiery wave approaches. I don't think those rods are moving at all. Okay. They're starting to trickle through. This is getting intense. I don't know if they're going to make it. They're not going to make it. All right, congratulations one more time, Enzo Matrix. Don't forget to claim your prize by typing !merch. All right. Enzo Matrix said, woohoo! Curse Wolf says, so talking about making my way downtown, we ate probably 90% sure. We are probably 90% sure we're moving out of Vegas soon. That's sad. I think that's sort of happening with a lot of folks right now, just because housing is expensive and this place has run out of water. All right.
Yeah.
Start voting one more time because we have one more race to go. Bunny Cake says, whoops, I forgot to press enter on my 3,000 Robin prediction. Wait. My loss. That's a bummer. I do want to look and see, as far as payouts go, who did well and who did not. It's not letting me look too much. I see that Lisbetry was the top getter with 3,000 is how much they voted, so probably paid out close to 12,000 good ghosties. It's a lot. Holy shit. I think track 57, whatever that is. Yep. Castle Siege has 13 votes. It's clearly what we're doing. It takes 2 minutes and 52 seconds to do on average. Phenotype has the record with 1 minute and 48. For us, though, for the Spooky Friends, takes us 3 minutes and 8 seconds on average, and I hold the record at 2 minutes and 39 seconds. So come at me, bro. Come try and take this shit. I'll get the voting set up for the second race so y'all can vote. Don't forget to type !play to get your marble on stream. And I'll give a 2-minute countdown. I'm gonna bet all my points I got left, all 1,757 of them. All right, we have 18 marbles so far. We had 22 last time, so that means 19 now. That means 3 people have forgotten to type in !play. Not sure if I'm one of them, so I'll just go ahead and type it in. Probably again, but hey, that's okay. I'm Listener says not voting this time. Just going to hold and stroke my precious good ghosties. We're back up to 22 marbles. That is awesome to see. Matscan says, I too have to start packing and moving soon as our rent got increased by the new landlord and it's not worth staying. It's ridiculous how much rent has gone up. Like, just trying to help my dad find a place a year and a half ago was insane, and it's even more expensive now, so. All right, we got 49 more seconds before the race starts. As far as the voting goes, 40 more seconds before that's done. It's pretty even odds at this point. 9 people have voted for me. 8 people have voted for Robin. There's been more points wagered on Robin, which is nice. That's not true. The largest bet on Robin is 5,000. However, there's been slightly more points wagered on me. It's pretty even split. Let's look at this. I see my name right there. Robin, have you joined in?
Yeah.
I hate you so much. All right, we have 24 marbles now, which is awesome. Xena Knight has joined. I see Xena Knight up there, so they got a second chance to not be eliminated brutally by the level. And we are off. While everyone falls down the Plinko board, let's take a quick peek and see what this level looks like. Oh my god, it looks super cool. What? There's fireballs and shit? This is awesome. 911 Girl is currently in the lead with Pink Penguin right there as well. And it looks like Robin and Lisbetry are right there. I'm also pretty close to first place, so Robin and I are really duking it out for this one. I don't like the levels that have just like a steady like decline that makes you just like slowly move, but hey, it just feels like there's no way for anyone to like catch up with whoever's in first place. I'm like bouncing off the fucking walls back there. Robin is currently in first place. We'll see if anyone can catch her. It looks like those giant fucking meteors or whatever they are actually slow you down if they hit you, so there's a lot of folks that are getting further and further away. Doesn't look like any of them are being launched at first place, which seems pretty fucking stupid. It's like the opposite of the blue shell. But who knows? Maybe there's something that can change this race up a little bit besides these things that only seem to pick on the people and like ranks 3 through 24. 911 Girl has taken the lead. Not sure how like Robin's going back and forth and slamming into the sides now, but these weird fucking rocks are now a hazard to her as well. Enzo Matrix is in second. Laura Ann is in third, like very, very narrowly. Not sure how much further this goes, but we're just going to follow first place and see what happens here. 911 Girl's on a straight line. It looks like Enzo Matrix is bouncing back and forth along with Laura Ann, so that's definitely not going to help them catch up. Mascan says, we're moving back in with my grandma for the time being, so I'm excited because I will have a pool in the backyard again. Nice. Xena says...
That's always nice, especially during the summer.
Yeah, Xena says, I'm still awake, just... looks like 911 Girl is going to take the victory, although they were hit with the rock at the last second. Congratulations, 911 Girl. We'll see who trickles. It looks like Robin's in second place. I'm in third. So we can all agree that this game is totally fucking rigged. Oh, she bounced off of something. She might get slowed down. Nope. Robin's taken second place again. And is taking home the victory when it comes to the betting again. So there goes all my points. My birthday points have now evaporated. Apologies to anyone who believed in me. I appreciate it. Me and Nefcore fallen at the exact same time. It looks like I took third. Bob has fallen off the level. I'm not sure if the blue wave of, or the fiery wave of death caught up with him. Boo. All right. 911 Girl says pass it on. I'm going to guess Robin's going to pass it on. I will definitely pass it on, which would put us to Nefcore. So congratulations, Nefcore, on the victory. Don't forget to type in exclamation point merch to get an opportunity to claim your prize. That fiery wave is definitely approaching quickly. We'll see if these folks can finish out before it gets there. All right, we got 3 folks left. Looks like Moon Prince will probably make it. Enzo Matrix might make it, and Mad Scan is going to have to go in a straight line if they want to avoid that. It's terrifying to see. I think Mad Scan's just going to make it. Indeed, they do. One more time, congratulations, 911 Girl, but it's going to pass on to Nefcore from all the passing. Let's read some point totals. 911 Girl goes up to 9. Robin is at 12. I am at 13 for the season. It looks like Nefcore is up to 3. Snarked is at 5. Curse Wolf is at 3. Looks like Sherry Sue got their first points for the season. Latreia goes up to 6. Pink Penguin's at 1. Looks like Bunny Cakes is at 7. And everyone else is not changing their amounts, but people have some decent totals, including especially Liz Battery at 12 and Enzo Matrix at 13. So pretty good stuff. Nefcore says, pass it on, please. So we'll go to the Snarked. The Snarked says, pass it on as well. It goes to Cursed Wolf. Congratulations, Cursed Wolf. Let us know what you would like, and we'll definitely deliver that to you. This has been super fun. Let me make sure I pay out everyone, since don't want to forget about that. Congratulations to those of you who believed in Robin. You're going to get a pretty solid payout if you bought, or if you voted for her twice. Move us back over to the regular camera, and then fix Robin's camera really fast. All right, I'm going to close out marbles one more time. Congratulations to all those who won.
Burpy, man.
What's that?
Soda always makes me burpy.
Yeah, same here. I'm happy it actually didn't hit me too bad. I only had to mute my mic twice tonight, so pretty good stuff. All right, I'm going to mark it. Any redemptions that happen from now on, we probably won't see, so don't redeem any high fives or anything like that, because I'll just have to refund them to you after the show. But we're going to do the outro, and then everyone can go on with their wonderful Wednesday night. Here we go. All right, that's everything we have for this episode of Storytime. I want to thank everyone who wrote to us and everyone who watched us live. We sincerely appreciate all the support we get for this show. It's amazing. And if you have a story you would like to send us, we would love to hear it. So please email storytime@scaryish.com or go to our website, scaryish.com, and click on Contact Us. Fill out that form. It does come directly to us. Or hit us up on our social medias. Twitter is @ScarishPod, Instagram is @ScarishPodcast, and Facebook is facebook.com/ScarishPodcast. Robin, for folks who would like to donate to us, how can they do so?
You can go to patreon.com/ScarishPodcast. Those are monthly donations. Tiers start at $1. We also just revealed new art print that's going to be in a future season for Badge of Honor patrons and above rewards. So we're really thankful for everybody who does support us. whether it's on Patreon or a Ko-fi, ko-fi.com/Scaryish Podcast, where it's one-time donations if you're not into the whole monthly donation type thing. Because you guys allow us to keep making content, which is really amazing. We couldn't be here without you. So
yeah, absolutely. So thank you one more time. We appreciate literally all of you. And thank you for sending those stories in. This is everything for Storytime number 190. So, Robin, go ahead and sign us out.
Please send us your stories.
Indeed.
Keep on creeping on, and we'll talk to you guys later.
Bye.